One, two, three, start. Imagine you along with your family go on a vacation and you rent a house. Suddenly, the mobile network goes off. After a while, the TV goes off too. No channels are playing anything. On top of that, two strangers knock on your door in the middle of the night claiming that this is their house and they make up certain story wanting to spend the night at their place. Strange, isn't it? Leave the World Behind is an apocalyptic thriller which is actually based on a novel by the same name and is filled with a strong star cast in Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Mahershala Ali and also Kevin Bacon. Now just to give you a heads up, this is a R-rated movie which means it is suitable only for adults. Anyways, this movie is beautifully shot. The editing, cinematography and the background score really carries the movie all along the way with some appreciable acting performances as well. But at the same time, there are a few choices made by certain characters which you can't even bear to witness and you'll just feel how stupid one can be. But anyways, talking about the story, I won't say anything more than what I've already said in the intro. I think that's enough. So that's that. Moving along with the camera work and editing. Oh boy, I was very impressed by the way this movie was shot. Very unusual angles were taken. Basically, this movie was not shot in a flat way. There were a few different dimensions to it. Like every time there is an unusual shot being shown, you immediately recognize this and you immediately recognize that this is not an ordinary shot and this is no ordinary camera work. Now, as I said, I was pretty impressed with the cinematography, editing and the background score. To give you an example without any spoilers, now there are these scenes in which they are showing different events happening at the same time and they are cut in a way that they show a few seconds of a certain event, then they show another few seconds of another certain event and so on and so forth. But all these scenes are combined with a hauntingly airy music with some creative angles which just builds up the hype and tension in those scenes. All in all, the camera work, editing and the airy music combines to give you a lot of tension. The best thing about this movie is its reveal. Now, no one knows what's happening and there is this huge trust issue amongst the two families and this in turn adds another dimension to the story for the characters to learn and trust each other. Now, this not trusting thing also adds on to the tension. I personally had the most fun where they used all these things that I mentioned above and created and built a very tension-filled scenes. Talking about the pacing and screenplay of the movie, for more than half of the movie, the screenplay is pretty tight. There are a lot of conversation, there are a lot of reveals and those tense gripping scenes that I mentioned above. All these scenes makes the movie move forward, but there are certain points where it actually dips and you can't figure out that where this is actually going. But then again, at the same time, it picks itself up and then you go along nicely. But I still don't think this movie is for everyone. If you like these 10 slow-paced movies, then definitely give it a try. It is on Netflix. Now, talking about the negatives without any spoilers, don't worry. There are a few choices which some of the characters make, which makes you feel like why the hell is he or she doing this? Because those actions that those characters take, it really gives the entire vibe of the movie a very paranormal taste, which is not at all of the movie. And there are a lot of conversations as well, which doesn't really make sense. Now, I know there must be a deeper subtext to it, but those subtexts didn't really contribute to the grand scheme of things in the movie. Now, these two things were a bit off for me, but otherwise, I've really enjoyed the movie. You can check out some other videos on my channel as well, and thank you so much for watching.